Hello and welcome to the Abundology Podcast, the final podcast of 2020. My name is Renee Spears and I'm a law of attraction coach and mentor and a spiritual advisor. And I help people be happy and have more money, love, time, and joy in their lives. I'm coming to you from a beautiful downtown Portland, Oregon. And this is the weekly energy update for the week of December 27th, 2020. Every Sunday, I talk about how the energy is going to be for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you do get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And like I said, this is it, my last podcast of 2020. We did it. We made it through 2020, and we came out stronger, more resilient, more aware, hopefully with more compassion and a new appreciation of life. And we're not going to review all of the things that happened in 2020 here on the podcast, but please take some time when you see the year in review on TV or newspaper this week and look at all of the things that we experienced in 2020. It's truly been remarkable, and it sets us on a new path of recognizing what's important in life. Our people, our health, our peace of mind. And perhaps not the stuff that we thought was important in 2019, that constant striving and the newest, best material thing. So we are still in this yummy light at the end of the tunnel energy from the eclipse and the Great Conjunction. And we end the year with a full moon in Cancer on Tuesday, December 29th. So this is the cold moon for, reasons because it's cold right now and we're moving into the cold season. But because this moon is in Cancer, it opens the floodgates of our feelings right when this emotional 2020 is ending. So even though it's emotional, this full moon feels like a warm, gentle ray of hope. All right, the last few weeks we were talking about light at the end of the tunnel and now hope. Oh my gosh, yes. So whatever emotional weight that we've been carrying around, it's time to release it. And even though this sounds intense, it's actually more cleansing and freeing. There's a sense that whatever we've been carrying on our backs, whatever weight of the world we have felt on our shoulders, is now being washed away. Let it go. Let the floodgates open. Release it so that we can start 2021 fresh. And this full moon is also charged with the energy of possibility and change, because we have this great sextile to the planet Uranus, and that is the planet of awakenings. So this sextile reminds us of opportunity ahead. Even though we don't know what it is, it's positive and there's opportunity coming. And if you can remember all the way back to the start of the year, on January 10th, 2020, we had a Cancer full moon. However, this was a lunar eclipse and the energy was much stronger. So it's kind of interesting that we opened the year with a Cancer full moon and we're now closing the year with a Cancer full moon. And the difference between then and now is that things have softened. The energies are not as strong. There's this sense that we can rest, that we have a big chunk of yuckiness behind us. So Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac, and 2020 was also a number 4 year in numerology. And the number 4 represents the home. So I am not surprised that so many of us stayed home this year. It also represents the heart of who we are and feeling at home within ourselves. So 2021 is a 5 universal year. So in numerology, each calendar year adds up to a single digit number. So if we take 2021, the 2, the 0, the 2, and the 1, those all total up to 5. So each year holds an energetic influence and an imprint. And we all feel this energy all over the planet. That's why it's called a universal year. So even if you make or don't make New Year's resolutions, most of us intuitively feel an energy shift when we switch the calendar from one year to the next. And the whole world feels this for the 12-month period from January 1st to December 31st. So this year, 2021, is a 5 year. And in numerology, 5 is the energy of instability. It's the point where we're exploring boundaries, we're bringing in new ideas, we're engaging in new things, adventurous, free, like a fearless spirit. We experience the energy of the 5 during a cycle of time. When that happens, we really say to expect the unexpected. This energy is volatile. It's exciting, but it's all about exploring the true meaning of freedom in a time when there will be progressive and impactful change. So a 5 universal year is a time with radical change on every level, and we're learning to embrace that change and adapt to the new circumstances that are around us. So 2021 is a 5 year, like we talked about, but we also have individual year numbers from 1 to 9. So to calculate what year this is for you, you just add the month and the day of your birthday to 5 for being 2021. So for instance, I was born on June 9th, so I add the 6 for the month of June and the 9 for my date to 5, which totals 20, and you keep adding those together till you get down to one number. So for me, 2 and 0 still equals 2. So this is a personal 2 year for me, but I want to go through all of the years briefly so you can identify what year this is for you. Once again, adding your month, your date of birth, and the 5 for being 2021 is how you get to your personal year. So if you are in a 1 personal year, this is a year of new beginnings, independence. It's the start of that brand new 9-year cycle. So it's time to plant the seeds for what you want to see grow during this next 9-year cycle. And this is a year to begin with much of a clean slate as you possibly can. And the number 1 personal year is often all about your career. So number 2 personal year is, well, this is me, number 2 personal year. It's all about slowing down and developing patience. We need to slow down and breathe and focus on others. So this year is a time where emotions and relationships take the front seat. Last year was, about a career, if you were in a 1 year last year. And this year is all about us. So this is a year devoted to love. And it's a fabulous time for finding the one or reestablishing or connecting in your current relationship. So 2 years, a personal year, is slow moving and designed to trust your belief in divine timing. So patience in a 2 year, but still the possibility of finding the one. So I'm excited about that. Okay, 3 year. This is a year for anything and everything self-improvement related. It's about fun and creativity, and tapping into your emotions and expressing them. So this year is about developing and acting upon your creativity and speaking your truth. A 3 year is meant for fun and travel and lighter, joyful activities. Okay, 4 year is more serious, requiring some hard work to set the foundation for whatever you're working on. So after having the fun 3 year, on 4 year, you get back to work. It's time to slow down, focus on your goals. And often the first part of a full 4 year feels the same way you would be feeling if you're doing like a deep cleaning of your house. You start off and you're feeling really ambitious and you want to get it done. You have this burst of energy, but towards the end, you are over it. You just want it to be done so you can move on to the next thing. So if there's any year that should be looked upon like a marathon needing pacing, your 4 year is the year of that. Okay, a 5 year, freedom and change are the themes for a 5 year. There's lots of ups and downs, so you need to be flexible, adaptive, focused. There's lots of unexpected opportunities to come your way. It's a time to travel. Not necessarily a time to make a long-term commitment. So a 5 year can be a turning point for change. So, get ready for a year of freedom and figuring out what you've really wanted to do that makes you feel free. The 6th personal year, a 6th personal year, is devoted to home, family, and responsibility. It's a time to regroup, to nurture and to be nurtured. It's a time where all relationships are highlighted. So it's a good year to get married or engaged. This is a perfect year to attract the one or recommit to your current relationship. This is also a year where you might want to get a divorce or break up. This is a year where you finally have that click inside, knowing whether you want to get a divorce or whether you want to get married. So the energy of the 6th year is to test your idealism, particularly when it comes to relationships. So 6th year, kind of all about relationships. 7th year, this is a year about delving inward. So while you might see yourself like functioning normally, this is a time when you'll be heavily involved in deep inner work. It's a spiritual year, meaning you're going to test and discover your higher purpose. This is a year for a retreat, a sabbatical, or additional alone time. It's a year of deep contemplation. This is the me year. 7 years, a me year. 8 year. This is the time to focus on money, finances, and personal power. This is the first of the 3-year push time. So your 8 year, your 9 year, and your 1 year are kind of this push time, moving you from one spot in life to another. So in an 8 year, the next year, being the 9 year, will be the new end of a cycle, and the year after that is the start of a new cycle. So the 8 year is setting the groundwork for this. So it's time to hit the ground running and to focus upon your energies for financial abundance. This is a year where you can experience big financial ups and downs. So an 8 personal year can present itself as like a personal trainer who has your best interests at heart, although it doesn't feel like it. So when you're done at the end of the year, you'll be really ripped and strong in the best shape of your life. But getting there through all those tough workouts, it can be a lot. So a 9 personal year, this is the end of the 9-year cycle. It's a year of completion, of unraveling, of letting go to make space for change. This is a year, and my 9 year was the year that I sold my company. And it's all under review. This is a year that's inviting you to move on to the next, more expansive cycle of your life. It's a time where your dreams can manifest almost instantly if you're ready to let go of everything that's not serving you anymore, that's not in your best interests. So some of the things that can happen in a personal year are divorce, health crisis, getting fired or letting go of your job, selling your company, death of a close friend or family member. So, this is a big year. But this can also be a year when you experience magical transformation that you have been waiting for a long time. Okay, once again, I am sorry that this is a longer than usual podcast, but the bottom line for this week is that it's emotional time, realizing all that we've gone through in 2020 and releasing everything we need to welcome 2021. So the energy is changing this week. The collective energy of moving into a 5 year, and then the energy of moving into your own personal year. These are shifts. You're going to feel differently. And we just let it go. We just try to release the stuff that's been holding us back, that's been weighing on our shoulders, and to move forward. So if you need some support with that, my gift certificates are on sale, 50% off to the end of the year. And I still have the sale with my friend Jamie, where you get a 1-hour session with me and an hour Akashic Records reading with Jamie for only $200. This is a great way to start this new energy. And both of them you can just find on my website, Abundology.com. Thank you for listening once again. We did it. We made it through 2020. So thank you for listening once again, and Happy New Year. I'll talk to you next year.